It's about friendship. It's about companionship of two women to begin with. I mean, that's my sort of path through it. And two sort of lost souls. They meet up when they end up cleaning on a ship. And I think they've probably known each other before this job, and they obviously heard about this job, which sounded like fun, I'm sure, at the time, going out on a ship for half the year cleaning it, the oil rigs and what have you, and then they come back onto land again, and it's a story of how they survive the sort of hardships that are thrown at them, which are being robbed of all their money.
You didn't buy one good tune, it's all...
Was there not a baby?
You think I'm still breeding? A little lonely boy? Party! Yeah! In a while. Oh.
They give you the money?
For Marie's part, it's a story of, realizing that you do have responsibilities, and that the only person who can change your situation and your destiny is yourself. So that's actually what the story is about, and I think and also I think this is one of Søren's specialities, to make up the unlikely family. The surrogate mother that comes to the garage where there's 3 weird mechanics.
Well, it was a quirky, very different film with lots of different nationalities in it, and a really odd mixture that I thought was something very different.
I mean, when I read it, I thought it was really a dark, mean kind of. I didn't really like the. I thought the humour in it was quite a mean kind of humour and inhuman, but it's not how Søren is. Søren's a person who's very human, and he's very a respectful human being, and full of, loves life. And
I said I wanted to do a fairy tale, right? I told you I was very inspired by these old Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And of course there's always a prince on the white horse. I don't neglect my banal sides. I mean, I actually try to fertilize them. I mean, I try to make them grow, because I think all people are banal. But I think that this love story is with a man who is really shaked. She's actually falling in love with a guy who's handicapped. He has a broken leg, and I must say that I was very fascinating of this. I don't call women who are pregnant handicapped, but I've been living with of course women who have been pregnant with my own kids, and when they're very close to giving birth, they are very handicapped, and they're very strong. And I wanted to show that side, and to match that, why not give him a handicap? So actually, the knight on the white horse has a broken leg. I like that. I like that as a picture. Then he's not a strong American-like hero. He's a man who has his doubt.
It seems fairy tale-like to me. And I think it's warm. I don't think it's dark. I mean, I found the abortion scene really upsetting, but it, the fact is she doesn't have an abortion, and I mean, it's nasty what can go on, but and when they're singing outside, I suppose that's darkly humorous, but I didn't really find it. I didn't find it too dark. I didn't find it upsetting. I found it warm. It's a general feeling.
Go, Willie! Thomas, Sam, come on! Green, go! rachizo, kringra the rachizo, la 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 la, la from a rachizo.
It is very Scandinavian, and from what I can sort of hear, and obviously I don't speak any Scandinavian languages, but just for the humour from watching, you know, a lot of the films that have been made here and the films from, you know, Dogma and Søren stuff before, it's quite a very dry sense of humour, quite black, and I think that sort of filters through the film, you know, what you normally wouldn't work as comedy sort of works as comedy in this, and I think it's quite a unique, you know, type of humour, you know.
Oh, God. Oh, Gabriel, are you all right?
Of course he's not all right. You fucking shot him. Quit pointing the gun at us. Stay away from us with the gun. Thomas, help me. Come.
A mechanic called Gabriel, who's one of a trio who run a garage called Skagerrak in Glasgow, and we find ourselves in a really difficult situation and try and fight our way out of it. Initially, we were attempting to. We've been ripped off quite badly by our boss, and we feel that this character Marie, who turns up as an accomplice of his, and we sort of set about attempting to rip her off in order to settle the score.
My boyfriend's from America.
Is he?
Do you know this song, right? No, he loves this song, right? No, he actually hits the song, right? Sweet dreams are made of these.
You know, she wouldn't be the most grounded person in the world to be with. She'd sort of go where the danger is. She'd be quite clueless about people, especially if she got drunk. She'd think everybody's great and a good fella and a grand girl, but she's got herself into very dangerous situations in the film. Especially you see, you know, where stupidity and her lack of, you know, protection of herself has got her into a few pickles. But she's a good person at the end of the day, you know, but I just think she's like me maybe 10 years ago. I don't know, I think I maybe wised up a bit. But she's a bit of a dafty, but she's a good heart, you know, and has her own demons as well. I think they both have a lot of demons, and they both end up comforting each other, both Marie and Sophie. Like.
It's quite good because normally it's the woman who has to be the kind of pretty face, isn't it? But actually, in this one, it's the man who's less well written and more of a just like the attractive bit on the side. And it's the woman who's much more multifaceted, and yes, good.
Iben is the hero or the heroine of this movie, you know, and so yeah, my role is very much like the chick. That's all right. I just put my ego aside.
They're kind of in different ways. They're given hope. Gabriel, my character, and Gary Lewis's character, Willie, they're given hope.
£10,000. £10,000. She's rich.
In different ways of kind of getting out of the mess that they're in. You know, their own personal messes, and they're seeing a way out of that.
I've had hormone injections. I've had eggs glued up me. Are you listening? I've had operations to straighten out my insides. In fact, I've been on my back for months trying to produce an heir to this bloody pile. So let's just keep the deal, shall we? And it'll all be over soon, and then we'll all be thankful.
I preferred the whole film to my part, but now watching it, quite like my part, and I feel as if I feel a bit protective towards my part in it. But no, it was just a really different kind of project to what I've done before, and I like the idea of playing some Scottish, very posh person. So yeah, I don't really know how it's going to come out. It's an odd mixture, but I think it'll be really different.
Because at the end of the film, there's a sort of the last sort of thing that I would say in the epilogue is that happiness is sometimes not what you think it is.